Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. We are in black and white, and that is because we're doing a palette bingo today. I have all 5 of my Fantasy Cosmetica palettes with me, and I randomly generated shades from all 5 of these to create this mystery look that you'll soon see. I've really been into palette bingos lately. I go through phases where like I'm not super inspired to do them, so I don't want to force myself, but right now I'm very much in a palette bingo mode. So if there are any particular brands that I haven't done in a while that you want to see me do a palette bingo with, let me know. Maybe I'll do it soon. Before we get into it, my accessory details, even though they're black and white, these are black anyway, so it doesn't matter. Just a basic choker, I don't know where it's from. And then these plugs are from Love Kills Boutique. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop in and do some palette bingo shenanigans. All right, hello. We're gonna do a palette bingo with my 5 Fantasy Cosmetica palettes. I'm really excited. I'm just gonna be doing these in alphabetical order when we draw shades, just to keep it simple. But we have the Bard palette. This is like an autumnal fall dream. This is the Druid. This is their first palette and my favorite. It's just so pretty. I love those swampy, grungy colors. This is their newest one, the Fighter. It's kind of like a cool toned, warm toned, metal, neutral vibe. This is the Rogue, a very cool toned, grungy dream. I love this one. And we have the Sorcerer. This is like a pinky bluey kind of one. It's very playful, very fun. So yeah, I'm gonna draw 1 shade randomly from each palette, and we're gonna use those 5 shades to create a look. I'm gonna pull up a random number generator on Google. I'm just gonna set it 1 to 9 because all of these have 9 shades. So let's generate for the Bard. We got number 5. All right, so we got the shade Legend, this beautiful rich blue. Off to a great start already. Oh yeah, so good. All right, now for the Druid, number 6. Okay, good, we got a matte. I was worried we would maybe not get a matte because there are a lot of shimmers in this brand, but we got Sage. Love this color. Like one of my favorite colors in that palette. Just like a swampy yellow green, it's so good. Now for the Fighter, we got 5 again. This beautiful, ooh, yum. Like rose goldy, but like a burnt rose gold. Ooh, this is cool so far. I like that already. For the Rogue palettes, we got number 1. I had a feeling this would be a shimmer heavy look. We got this shade right here. It'll be a really good, bright, highlighty shade. Oh yeah. So pretty. This is a weird color story, but I'm vibing with it. And last but not least, the Sorcerer. We got number 4. Okay, we got another matte. We got Unleashed, that bright pink. Don't know if I would have paired bright pink with like the grungy yellow green, but you know, I'm not really mad at this because it's like these 3 go together really well and then these 2 go together really well. So I'm just gonna brainstorm and we'll kind of go from there. I'll be back when I have my idea created in my brain. Okay, I think I figured out what I want to do, so I'm going to prime with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. Let me get more centered. Gonna slather this on and blend it out. By the way, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day, or I hope you had a great day if you're watching this at the end of the day. I am getting ready for work on this lovely Friday morning. So here's to hoping this goes well, since I have to wear this all day in front of my clients in the salon. The idea I have in my brain I think is gonna go really well. So starting with the Sorcerer, I'm gonna take Unleashed. I'm gonna use that bright pink. I'm gonna use this Alter Ego number 10 brush, just like a little angle brush. And I'm gonna just kind of start patting this in the outer corner. Just creating a little bit of an angled shape. I'm not gonna let this go on the lower lash line at all. I'm gonna save that for my swampy yellow green. I don't really want those 2 colors touching just because they're very opposite on the color wheel. I don't think they're really gonna flow together very well. So I don't want them to get muddy. I want them to just do their own thing on their own, in their own respective spots. Just kind of building up that color just there in the outer corner. I'll then use this fluffy SL Miss Glam brush. I don't even have any extra product on it. I'm just gonna use itself to blend itself out. And I'm just gonna very lightly just swirl this little swirl motion right along that edge just to diffuse it, stretch it out a little bit, just get it a little bit softer. Kind of something like that. I think that looks pretty good actually. It blended really nice all by itself. So moving on to the lid now, I'm gonna use the Fighter palette. I'm gonna use that beautiful rose gold. I'm going to also use my NYX glitter primer. I'm just gonna use my finger. I'm just gonna stamp this across the lid. Just get it nice and sticky and prepped for my shimmer so it can pop really, really nicely. Just going in with that same sticky finger. I just love that color. It's so pretty. I'm gonna dab that across the lid. Ooh, it's so pretty. I don't think I've given this shade enough love yet. Wow. I feel like it's prettier than it looks in the pan. Like, it looks fine in the pan, but in action, this is like gorgeous. Like, that is such a pretty rose gold. I'm just gonna lightly use that brush I used with the pink just to lightly kind of sweep between the matte and shimmer just to make sure it's all flowing nicely. I'll take my big fluffy brush as well and just kind of do the same thing. Just make sure it's all flowing the way I want it to. Moving on to the lower lash line now, I'm actually gonna start with my black liner pencil from Rare Beauty. This is in the shade True Black. I'm gonna start by just tight lining my upper waterline because I do this every day anyway. And then I'm gonna run this through my bottom waterline and just get it really messy so I can smudge it out and then blend that swampy yellow green over top of it. This will just be a way to give some extra dimension without utilizing another eyeshadow since I only have these 5. So kind of this messy situation. I'm gonna take this Game Beauty brush now. It's an E09. No product on this. I'm just going to smudge right at that edge. Get it nice and diffused before I go in with my next shade. And similar to the pink, I don't want to really let this area touch that area because I want it to just them be their own separate things. So now moving into the Druid palette, we're gonna take that lovely shade. I'm gonna use this Luxie 121. Just gonna grab some of that on this little blending brush and I'm just gonna start kind of going to town, fluffing this with the black. I just wanted kind of a grimy, grungy, smoky situation down here. Oh yeah, that black is really going good with that. It's giving me exactly what I needed. Because by itself, I didn't think this would give me the impact that I wanted on the lower lash line. And I could have flipped it. I could have done the pinky stuff on the bottom, but I feel like it would be so typical of me to do the yellow, green, and blue on the top. So I wanted to do something a little bit different and kind of switch it up. Kind of the point of these palette bingos anyways is to do something a little different than you normally would. I'm really, really liking how this is going so far. I think it's so weird and so good. Just kind of dragging this down a little bit farther too. I really like that murky lower lash. It's so pretty. So now moving into the Barred palette, gonna take that lovely shimmer blue. I'm just gonna load it up on this ColourPop pencil brush. It's an E27. I'm just using various brushes today. Can you tell I need to clean my brushes? When I start using random brushes, that's when you know. But I'm gonna drag this just along the very front part of my lower lash line, just for a little pop of blue. And I want it to just kind of fade in with the rest of that lower lash and what's going on there. Ooh, that is so pretty. This is such a good blue. I love how much sparkle it has. I'm just gonna make sure that blends nicely with the matte. It's so I really like the contrast with the blue and the rose gold too. It's really good. And finally, dipping into the Rogue palette, we're gonna use that highlighty shade for, you guessed it, my inner corner. I actually think this will go really well with both because it kind of has a little bit of cool toneness, so it'll go with the blue really well, but it still has that pinkiness, so it'll go with the rose gold. That's really pretty. This is a weird look and I love it. When I say weird, I mean it in like such an endearing way. So cool. I think this went really, really well actually. I'm gonna just kind of grab a little of that on my fluffy brush too and highlight my brow bone just a smidge. I'm fine if it goes in my brows a little bit. I like a sparkle brow. So yeah, this is it. I'm gonna throw on my lashes and something on my lips and I'll be back when I'm complete. And here is how the final look turned out. I really, really like this. I think it's really cool. I like the combination of the warmth with the cool tones. It's almost grungy rainbow-esque because it's like orangey rose gold into like the pinky red, into like a yellowy green, into the blue. It's just, it's working for me. The lashes I threw on are the Bright Lashes Flutter Half Lashes. I'm forever obsessed with these. I can't wait for my next order to come in. And then on my lips, I really wanted to play with the upper lid colors. So I went with the Lawless Desert Mauve pencil with one of the new Milk Makeup Glossy Lip Oils over top. This is in the shade Trek. I really, really like this formula. It's very lightweight and nourishing and comfortable and also just so shiny and glossy. I really, really like these. So yeah, this is how the look came out. I hope you like it. Let's zoom out and finish this up. Thanks so much for watching my video. I really appreciate you being here and hanging out. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you like what I did with the palette bingo choices? I think this came together really well. Like obviously we could have switched it and done like the inverse where it's like the green in the crease with the blue on the lid and then the pinky stuff on the lower lash line, but I'm really glad I went this direction with it. I would love to know if you would have done something different with these colors, or would you have done something similar? Let me know. Have you tried this brand before? And if so, what's your favorite palette? Mine will forever be the Druid. I'm pretty sure it'll be hard to beat that one. That was just such a banger right from the get-go, but I would love to know what your favorite is. And also just based on like the themes, like what theme would you like to see next? I'd love to know. If you made it to the end of this video, you know, why don't you leave some adventure related emojis, some D&D, World of Warcraft, that kind of stuff. I feel like that fits the theme. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the battybean fam. I'm battybean on everything. Instagram, TikTok, you know the drill. And if you haven't, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I post most days here as well. Also, feel free to join my channel memberships. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only get ready with me once a month, and you'll have access to all the ones I've already uploaded. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.